At first, letting go didn't feel powerful. It felt uncomfortable. Not because you were losing something, but because you were breaking a pattern. You were used to staying engaged, to responding quickly, to keeping emotional connection alive through effort. So, when you stopped, your mind questioned it. You wondered if silence meant losing ground, if distance meant disappearing. But Stoicism teaches something most people never practice. What is no longer chased is often reconsidered, and what is no longer available on demand returns to the mind quietly. 1. You stop reacting to emotional fluctuations. There was a time when every shift in her mood pulled a response from you. Distance made you explain. Coldness made you reassure. Confusion made you over-communicate. And without realizing it, you trained her nervous system to expect you. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." When you stopped reacting automatically, you changed the rhythm. You didn't rush to restore comfort. You didn't fix what wasn't broken. You stayed centered. That stillness created contrast, and contrast forces awareness. 2. You let silence replace clarification. Your absence became noticeable when you stopped narrating your intentions. No long explanations, no emotional summaries, no attempts to be fully understood. Epictetus said, "If you want to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid." You allowed misunderstanding to exist without defending yourself. And that silence did something words never could. It gave her space to replay moments on her own. What you once explained away, she now examined. And reflection is where emotions resurface. 3. Your emotional stability no longer depends on her. She begins thinking about you again when your mood stops rising and falling with her attention. If she messages, you remain calm. If she doesn't, you remain grounded. If she tests distance, you don't chase it. Seneca wrote, "He who is brave is free." Your freedom from emotional dependency changed the balance because silence paired with peace doesn't feel accidental. It feels chosen, and chosen behavior is always noticed. 4. Your life continues without needing to be seen. Your silence had weight because your life didn't pause. You stayed disciplined. You stayed focused. You stayed aligned with your direction. Marcus Aurelius observed, "Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be." B1. You didn't announce progress. You didn't display growth for reaction. You simply lived. And living well without explanation creates curiosity because she senses that your world didn't collapse without her. 5. You allow her to feel the space without managing it. The final shift happens when you stop trying to control her emotions. You don't push for clarity. You don't chase reassurance. You don't soften the distance. Epictetus reminded us, freedom is secured not by the fulfilling of desire, but by the removal of it. You removed the need to be understood immediately. And without pressure, emotion begins to move on its own, often back toward what felt steady. She doesn't think about you again because you tried to stay relevant. She thinks about you because you stopped performing presence. You didn't disappear in anger. You didn't withdraw in fear. You didn't use silence as a tactic. You simply chose self-command over reaction. And a man who can step back without resentment, without explanation, without losing himself, leaves a deeper impression than one who tries to remain close at all costs.